Hey guys, welcome to my first moto vlog. I hope you guys enjoy. So I hope the audio is okay. So I have to do a little different recording. My GoPro Hero 4 session doesn't allow mic input while recording video. So I had to record the audio separate and attach it to the video. So how I'm getting the sound through the bike is I glued on like a sponge over the GoPro mic, the built-in mic for the sound, so it would reduce the wind from blowing at it, kind of basically like a dead cat. And this was like the first trial run to see how it did, and I was pretty impressed. It's just when I turn my head sideways, the wind catches it, as you can just hear right now. But when I'm driving, this head on, it's fine. So it's working. It's all I got for now. So, just gonna make it work. That's all. Hopefully the audio's okay. So pretty much just going for like a little cruise, trial error for this video. If you guys enjoy watching it, stick around, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. And so it goes for my bike. It's just a Gixxer 600, and I just picked it up this spring. It's been a while since I had a bike, and I always said to myself, well, when I get into my mid-40s, I'll pick up another bike as long as I can behave. Had a problem, behaving on the street. Coming from a motocross background / racing, had that that throttle problem. Before I bought this bike, I was thinking about buying a Supermoto, but I said to myself, if I get a Supermoto, that's gonna be like me being on my dirt bike on the street, and I'm not gonna behave. I want to keep my license. I lost my license twice. I used to pay a lot of money in insurance, and I've been really good for the past over 10 years, and my driving record has come down a lot. I plan on keeping my driving record nice and clean. Can't afford high insurance anymore. So that's pretty much why I just bought a 600. I didn't want no leader bike. I don't plan on really riding on the highways. I enjoy the back roads and all the twisties. Kind of gives me like that motocross racetrack vibe. Never really a highway type of rider. It's just too boring for me. But yeah, this new 600s, man, they're quick now. They're not like the old carbureted bikes from back in the day. This new fuel injection stuff, it's like, it's a night and day difference. It's wild how peppy and torquey these new 600s are. So I'm happy with the 600. My cousin had a bike. I think it was a 2008. It was a Gixxer 600. And I remember him coming by my house and stopping by, and I was checking it out. I'm like, yo, let me take this pansy bike for a ride. I took it for a rip around the neighborhood, and I was impressed. I was like, damn, this fuel injection is nice. It makes such a power difference. So I remember that day that I took his bike for a ride. I'm like, you know what? I remember my cousin Jimmy's bike being pretty peppy. That's perfect for what I need. It's light, real flicky through the turns. So I picked this bike up. It's 2015. It's a little old, but we're out in 2026. So it's pretty good shape. They did take care of it. It's super clean. I don't think the bike's ever been dropped. I looked at it really carefully, matched the handlebars against the tank. They were both even. I went through this whole bike, checking it out, seeing if there was showing like any signs of, if the bike got dropped, and it's clean. So it did have like a little minor crack by the rear taillight, but I think that was somebody who broke it because they put a power commander in this, and they had to put the power commander under the seat, so they probably didn't take all the pins out of the side plastic where the blinker is. So I'm thinking maybe that's how they cracked that little tiny section. Other than that, I checked out the subframe. It's clean. No signs of like any damage. The report back on the bike is super clean. Then again, you know, who knows if someone ever reported an accident. But other than that, I don't think the bike's ever been dropped or involved in an accident. But anyways, yeah, it's got some mileage. But what do you want for 2015? I enjoy it. It's nice. It did come with the mount for the phone, which is the quick lock. The only thing I had to do is buy the adapter for my phone, but it's a nice little upgrade that it came with, and it has an M4 exhaust with a power commander, so it's got a little tune on it. It does have some nice popping sounds when you're higher in the revs. I'm not sure if you'll hear it in any of this video because I wasn't really getting on the bike too much. So I kind of wanted to just do like, you know, this trial error and see how the wind sound was doing. But I remember when I bought this bike, I wasn't a huge fan with the white and the silver, but it's growing on me. I like it. I was supposed to pick up a white and blue bike, and me and a guy exchanged numbers, set a day to go check it out and purchase the bike, but I don't know what happened. He ended up just blowing me off, and I wasn't going to wait around forever that Saturday morning, so I jumped back on Marketplace, found this bike, messaged the guy. He responded right away, so we set a time up to go scoop this up, and it all worked out. I picked it up from a dealership, so at least, you know, all the paperwork was legit. So that was one less stressful thing. You know, today there's so many bikes that are stolen, and titles sometimes get forged. At least if I'm buying it from a dealership, I felt good that I wasn't gonna have any problems at the registry. Oh, right here, this light turned freaking red so quick. I had to really jack up on the brakes. Yeah, that was a pretty nice day. This is the day after the 4th of July. I was just too busy to ride on 4th of July. I heard so many bikes out that day. I was like, but I was busy doing other things. Oh, this is a Holly dude behind me. You all know how it is with the street scooters and the hogs. Some of them don't get along. Oh, there was one other upgrade I did to the bike that when I bought it didn't have anything. I got rid of the damn stock levers. I couldn't stand those freaking long ass freaking skinny levers. I'm like, the first time, oh, 5-0, watch out. I couldn't stand it. I had to, like, when I ride a bike, I gotta feel connected to it. I gotta set the suspension. I gotta dial it all in before I start, you know, getting on the bike. And one of the things I didn't like was these levers, the stock levers. Those things suck. I was like, oh yeah, these things gotta go. So I purchased these levers. They're like almost like a knockoff ASV levers, but they say Gixxer on them. So I purchased those. It's nice. It's got the number settings on the lever, so you can adjust the clutch or the brake and control the lever if you want it closer to the grips or further away. So it was nice, and they're way fatter. They're not skinny like the other ones. So I enjoy them a lot because it feels like I'm, you know, back on my dirt bike. It has like that motocross vibe. So I definitely like these new levers. But yeah, this bike's such a ton of fun. Oh god, this dude. He must be in a rush to get home or something. Or he just does not like traffic. Let's see what he does. Oh, dude, he's gonna make another pass. Oh my god, there's another car coming. See, this is why the police get called. For crap like this. If you're gonna make the pass, man, just make the pass and not, you know, have oncoming traffic get all scared. But man, I can't wait to go on some longer rides. I'm just taking a quick ride, like a little 30-minute ride. Set until the GF that I'll be back shortly. Just going for a little ripper. But yeah, I've had to fuel this bike up once since I've owned it, since I purchased it in the spring. I don't really ride much. Sometimes I'll ride like twice a week, but sometimes I don't even ride at all. It's mostly Sunday fun days, you know. That's the only time I really got to go out. But yeah, it's nice to blow off a little steam. See, stuff like this is gonna get me in trouble. It's just so much fun. This thing just pulls for a little 600. I'm impressed. But yeah, these new Jigsters, these newer ones, I like the way they redesigned everything. I know on this bike particularly, they did something with the frame and dropped the motor like a slight like 3 degrees like forward or back or something, and changed the whole center of gravity on this bike. And they did something to the swing arm too. I'm not sure if they shortened it or something, just to make the bike better on the track. But Suzuki, you know, they were always like on top of, you know, cutting edge design for these bikes. But they definitely knew what they were doing. What's nice about it too is there's no ABS on this bike. Even the new 2025 and 2026 bikes, no ABS, which is nice. I can't stand ABS. I don't need a freaking something else telling me how to brake. I know how to brake. Can't stand ABS. So that's what's nice about this bike. It's still like the old Jigsters from like the 90s and the 80s. Real simple. Nothing fancy. So it's nice. The only difference with these new bikes compared to the old bikes when they were oil cooled and all that, it's nice that they got a little fan on it for the radiator, so you don't have to worry about your bike, overheating, kind of like the old Jigsters when they were oil cooled. Those things suck when you get in traffic. Another thing that sucks, I gotta try to do better, is every time I go out, there's not many bikes out. The times that I'm not out riding and I'm outside working, I hear so many bikes, like earlier during the day. It almost seems like right around 5-6 o'clock, everyone goes home and I come out. But it would be nice to see some other bikes on the road, maybe ride with them. Got a few friends that still have bikes, but they live like 20 minutes away. So try to call them up, just like, hey, you want to come over for like, you know, an hour ride or something? It's like, it's almost not worth it. Stuff like that, when I see people like inching out into the road like that, sometimes I get a little nervous. You never know, especially today, man. People are on their phones, no one's paying attention anymore. It's crazy. So I'm always watching out. Doing my best as I can, you know. You only can be so safe. Like even the red lights, just because it turns green, I always take that extra 1 second to look both ways before going through it, because I've seen so many people just run through a red light. I've almost been freaking T-boned by some person running a red light, just in my car, you know? Never mind being on the bike. But it's wild. Like a buddy of mine, let's see, this goes back in I think 2000 and maybe 9. I think that was the year. I was still, might have been 2008. I was still racing quads, and a friend of mine that raced quads too, R.I.P. Trevor. He was going around a bend on his Jigster, and some lady just pulled out from a side street, and it was a blind bend where he couldn't see the car pulling out from the side of the road, and she pulled out, and he just smacked right into the side of her door, and he died right there on the scene. So that was a terrible tragedy. There was pretty much nothing you can do at that point. Coming around a corner and, you know, say you were doing 40 miles an hour, you weren't stopping in time because that corner is so, you can't see anything until like you're halfway through the corner. And just last year, my other motocross racing friend, and we traveled all over the place together. Him and I were really super close, and he drove into the back of a car on his bike and pretty much died on the way to the hospital. So sucks when you lose your friends to motorcycles. But I don't know, man. It's just, I know it's been a super long time since I rode. It's just, you miss it. You know, when you do it for so long. Ever since I was like a little kid, I've been riding dirt bikes and always been on a motorcycle. And like, I think the last time I was on a bike was like 5 years ago. And prior to that was like another 7 years. I just wasn't really riding much. It's just racing dirt bikes. It took a lot of the enjoyment and the fun out of it. And it was all about just like, you know, trying to win all the time. So like you lose that, not that drive, but that feeling when it's fun. Oh, see, this dude, he's got an Enduro. That's a sweet ass Husqvarna, but he's got the dirt tires on it. But that was something what I wanted to get, but with the street slicks on it, the Super Moto wheels. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get into too much trouble with that bike. But that's why I didn't buy one of those things. Yeah, those things are badass. yeah, I'll be driving off the grass and jumping people's hills in their yard and doing all kinds of stupid crap. I'll just be getting in trouble with that bike. At least with the street bike, I can't really go off-roading, so gotta stick to the pavement.
Text Corny's phone. I'll be home in 2 minutes.
Yeah, my girlfriend gets worried when I'm on my bike, so I always try to check in with her so she knows I'm still alive. Oh, I remember when I first got this bike. This freaking clutch, when I first got it, I don't know who the hell taught them or even showed them how to set up, or somebody set up the clutch, but this clutch was so far out of tune. It was ridiculous. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? How would you even ride this bike? The damn thing was, you pull in the clutch all the way, and like no more than an inch, it would start to grab. I'm like, no, this is so off. I'm like, you definitely don't know how to freaking adjust a clutch. You're supposed to have like a 16th to an 8th inch of an air gap in the clutch level. So at least now it grabs like right at the top, the way it's supposed to grab. Oh, these four-way intersections, I always slow down and just chuck a couple of revs just to give like a, you know, if somebody is coming, you know, let the other vehicle know that there's a motorcycle here. Twice already, some people pulled out in the middle of the freaking road, almost freaking took me out. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this dude. This was uncalled for. What a prick. I paused that video and it almost looked like the dude was flipping me off. I have no idea who the heck that person is. I don't know if they mistake me for somebody else, but I don't know what the hell that person's problem was for doing that. It was like, he literally just, you saw that. He came into my lane, almost like trying to run me off the road. It's like, seriously, what's your problem, dude? You're lucky I gotta go home right now. But it's alright, I know where you live. But it's to be expected when you're on a bike, you know? You can have some retard. Gotta watch out for this sand. Stuff's everywhere. Yeah, this pretty much gonna be ending the video here. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know about the sound quality. I hope it was pretty decent, and for the future, you know, I'll eventually upgrade to a better GoPro and a mic setup. But for now, this does the trick, and we're gonna make, you know, just use what we got, make these moto videos. But yeah, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one.